Okay, finishing up these eyes. Now, I know a lot of you can't see the way I do eyes, and maybe it's not the best way. It's the way I do them. And I would suggest that if you're a new carver, a lot of people are set in the way they do their eyes. If you're a new carver, go down, or there's a lot of good tutorials on doing eyes. And I'm going to tell you something. The reason why I say it, everybody does eyes different. And Rick at Little Shaver's Wood Carving, he has a little tutorial on how to do eyes. I do mine in sort of a triangle. And then I do this. Then I come up and I remove in a triangle, also like a flat plane type carving. But it's so hard to show you sometimes how that's done, because what I'll have to do maybe sometime is just sort of get a larger piece and show you how it's done. There we go. Tighten out that nose a little bit, kind of get it straightened up right here. Then when I paint him, I'll put some little eyebrows on him. And you take your little knife, excuse me, your little, there you go, you put your little eyes in there, in other words, on him. Like I said, the best thing to do is to try to get a little tutorial on doing eyes and find your way of doing them, in other words, because unless you actually are sitting with someone, watching them do eyes. Now, my best bet is if you don't know how to do eyes, just do it, as I said, the flat plane way, where you just come across and, just come across and then do well, I'd have to show you that also, in other words. But I mean, the way that we do the eyes on the little characters that we did, in other words, it's just sort of a V cut. But that's now, we're going to take our V tool and we're going to start adding some hair to the mustache. See, this is really a simple little project. It's not difficult. It doesn't require a whole lot of extensive carving. Just doing the little face there. And that's the kind of projects I like to kind of do. Something you can do in a couple of hours, do in an afternoon, to have fun with. And will look good when it's painted. I'll have me some green next time. I still don't know what happened to that green I had. I had two tubes of it, and or 2 bottles of it, and it just disappeared. But like I said, my wife, sometimes grandkids come over and they want to paint or do something like that, and I try to discourage them from using my good paints, but I buy them some little watercolor paints and stuff. But you know that. They see you doing something and they're going to want to use it. So that's just part of it. That's part of having grandchildren. I'm not telling you anything. And I remember a lot of the old ornaments we had, a lot of the Santas didn't look like the modern day Santa. They looked like kind of the old world Santas on them, in other words. There's 2 different types of Santas. There's an old world Santa, and there's a modern day Santa with the shorter beard. And most of those ornaments back then were look like more your old world Santas, in other words. As this one will look like, in other words, with the long beards and it's kind of the Saint Nick type stuff. Okay, see that? See, got that down there like that. We'll take a little bit more off that. Those eyes. Come up just a little bit more on them. And see that? And the painting is not, you know, we'll paint all this red for the ornament, and then the flesh color, and then the white, beard. Okay, now I want to do one more thing. In the old ornaments they all kind of did this. They all kind of came down, kind of getting this as the teardrop, as you see now, and looks more like it with ornament. They had come up here to the top, and I'm going to draw a little line around. In other words, they used to have, remember they had the little cap, they're like little silver cap things at the top of them that had the little round, piece that fit on the tree. No, it fit on the ornament of the tree. Now I'm going to do this. I'm just going to kind of come around this thing. I just drew it real lightly. And I'm going to come up from the bottom here. See what I'm doing? Kind of give it the idea that it has the little thing that you hang it from the tree with. They were really neat. I tell you what, they're really collector's items now. A lot of these old ornaments that you don't find anymore. And the glass that they were made of, they would break so easy. I don't exactly know what kind of glass it was made of, but they were just made of I don't know what kind of glass that was, but I'll tell you what, if you dropped one, that was it. And it you know, it didn't